You got those shorts at Universal.
I sure did.
Royal Pacific. Almost got an incident.
That was the one that I hit before.
And that I got that on camera this time. You should have fell in the water. Oh, it would have been better if you fell in the water. Scenic little spot, and I'm heading straight for that tree. Oh my God. Look at that cornucopia of equipment in the back of the Jeep. We're gonna have so much fun today, we will not want to do anything tomorrow.
So let's pull the doors, drop the top, and go have some fun.
You know you take me out from where I'm supposed to be. Thought I was content, now I won't.
Okay guys, we have made it to our final destination, King's Landing, a local site for launching kayaks and SUP boards and canoes. In fact, this is the site of the incident. But today, I'm sure we're just gonna have some epic fun. Let's go hit the water. Actually, before we hit the water, let me give you some background information on King's Landing. You do need reservations to launch your own vessel, which is $10 for an adult. And then they do have kayak rentals, canoe rentals. We'll cover some of the cost of that when we get out in the water, but I do need to check in right now, and that's our little check-in hut. If we get back, when we get back, I'll give you a closer look at this area. And we are on the water, going upstream. We've got the steam coming off the spring water there. So pretty. And there goes Nikki, out of sight. Bye-bye. Hey, Nikki.
Hey.
You like that shot of the sunrise and the steam coming off the spring water?
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Because we're paddling upstream, I thought I would do most of the filming coming back, but I just got to show all this steam coming off the water. The water is warmer than the air temperature right now. That's why we have all that steam coming up. So we found another little spot where we could get out. A lot of people, this is the spot a lot of people like to kind of park and hang out at.
Yeah, it's a soft sandy bottom. It's great.
I'll show you around some more in a bit. But as we were paddling up, Nikki was saying that perhaps I should like bungee my kayak to her SUP board.
Right.
And then she had a better thought.
I thought, no, that's too dangerous. Honestly, I really don't like that.
She does.
The thought of being tied to you. No offense.
Yeah, she
but
does.
I mean, honestly, the reason why was because kayaks move easier through the water than the paddleboard. The paddleboard going upstream is a challenge. Like my my triceps are burning.
It's all a challenge going upstream.
I think you move so much smoother than I do.
I've got double the paddle.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So here you can see it's really shallow. I've bungeed my kayak to a tree, and then I bungeed Nikki's SUP board to my kayak. Here we have pockets of deep water to the left and to the right, but then it's like shallow along the edges there. So pretty shallow here. I'm gonna go wading a little bit deeper.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's deeper that way.
Yeah. Pretty deep up to your tummy.
Yeah, get my shirt wet.
That'd be up to my shoulders.
Not my swimsuit either. So I walk through the deep part to another shallow part, but it gets deeper right around the corner there. Well, the boards have been taken down, but this is the tree where people would jump off of because it is super, super deep right here. It is so deep right there. But the little foot pegs have been removed. I mean, there's one like way, way up there. I'm actually on the tree now. I don't think Nikki can see me doing this, but the other side as well, very, very deep, where people would used to climb up and do a little diving. But right there, I don't know, it's gotta be over 6 feet, maybe 6 to 8 feet deep right there. But this is one of the popular spots where people like to pull over to the side and enjoy the water, grab a drink, whatever they want to do. And maybe do some tree diving if the foot pegs were still there. What do you say, Nikki? When I climb up that tree and jump off?
No way.
Well, there's no more foot pegs, so you're safe.
Darn.
But we have passed the site of the first incident.
Oh, we have?
It was down that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably the same log I hit and almost tumbled off of the board because there's logs that are sticking up out of the water and or at least not very deep down.
Yeah.
And yeah, my tail fin hit it.
Almost a second incident.
That would have been all my fault too. It just would have been all on me.
Does it make you nervous seeing me walk around here with the Canon camera and not the GoPro? Are you nervous at all about that?
No, I'm way more comfortable this time around. I think we learned our lesson, like, you know?
Well, I did climb up on that tree a little bit and it was kind of slippery.
What? You did?
I could have slipped and dropped the camera.
Oh my gosh, not again.
So you should still be worried. Okay,
great. Nice.
You can see a lot more SUP boarders and canoers and kayakers pulling over to the side here, enjoying the spot. We're going to go all the way up to the bridge by Rock Springs and hang out a bit, and then I'll give you some information about King's Landing. And we've made it all the way to the end of the Emerald Cut.
We sure did. I'm so proud of us. We didn't even make it like maybe 2/3 of the way here last time.
No, not even.
Maybe halfway.
Well, that was in a canoe. That was in a canoe. There's the little bridge. On the other side of the bridge is Rock Springs, where you can do snorkeling and tubing. We may do that today as well. But this is the spot where the kayakers and the canoers and SUP boarders, they make it all the way up here and they hang out a little bit, wade in the water, have some drinks and snacks and stuff like that. And that's what we're going to do. And the water is deep enough in some spots here where you could do some snorkeling. I'm not sure how long it took us to get here. We did stop off and mess around a little bit, a couple of different spots, but it is getting close to lunchtime, so I've packed a few snacks and some drinks. I'm gonna have myself a Cuban sandwich.
So what you got there, Rick?
A pub sub, the best. Cuban sandwich.
I knew it. I was gonna say, is it a Cubanito?
Yeah. Now it is work to get up here.
Sure enough.
But going back is gonna be nice.
We hope.
Now, I will say this, when you're going against the current, when you're coming up here, there's a lot of spots to pull over to the side and enjoy, you know, the river and nature and stuff.
Right, which we didn't stop. We just tried to keep hustling through as much as possible.
We wanted to get here so we can start going back. But along the way back, we'll stop at a couple of the nice spots, like the Kissing Tree.
The Kissing Tree!
You might get a kiss today, Nikki. Ooh. So on the other side of this bridge is Kelly Park, Rock Springs. I have done a video on this already. I'll leave a link to it. I haven't seen too many people tubing today. Maybe when we're done here, we'll go on the other side. We'll have to drive around and park over at Kelly Park. But before we even go over to Rock Springs, you know, I think I can do a little snorkeling here. Oh! Let me grab my swim shirt and a snorkel. Refreshing.
So how was it on this side? Did it feel more dangerous on this side versus the other side?
That side's better.
Is it?
You know, the rocks and everything.
Oh, that's true.
Cools off. Refreshing.
That's good.
I'll do a little more. Where's my manners? I have my GoPro. I'll take you with me this time. We're about to wrap up our lunch here, but I forgot to show you. Look what we have for dessert. My UK friends can appreciate jammy Dodgers. We'll have a couple and we'll head downstream. Nikki has gone straight from lunchtime to nap time.
This is the best part so far.
Okay, we are on our way back. I plan to do a lot of coasting. How about you, Nick? Gonna do a lot of coasting? Check out that bird right there. There is an interesting piece of property. And we're just floating on down the river. Just steering a little bit. Here's a nice little shot. Go under this palm tree here. King's Landing. You must make a reservation, whether you're renting canoes or kayaks, or if you're launching your own. You must make a reservation online. I'll leave a link to it in the description box. To launch your own vessel, what we did today, it's $10 for adults per vessel, and it's $5 for a child. That'd be 13 and younger. Now, if you don't have your own vessel, you can rent a canoe for $59, a double kayak for $69, and a single kayak for $49. From King's Landing, if you go right, that's called the Emerald Cut. That will take you towards the head of the spring, not all the way to it, but towards the head. It will be upstream. If you go left, that will take you to Wekiva Island, and that's about an 8.5 mile run. So they do offer a shuttle, so you could kayak or canoe downstream to Wekiva Island and then have a truck pick you and your kayak up. Of course, there is a cost to the shuttle run. See, a double kayak is $79, a single kayak is $59. The shuttle self-launch is $30. So if I was to bring my own kayak and do that shuttle run, it'd cost me $30 for the ride back. They also have tours here. The 2-hour guided tour is $59 per person, and also camping and cabins. Though I don't think Nikki's fond of primitive camping. She might enjoy some glamping. I just thought that was a cool shot. And this is a spot I wanted to stop at, but Nikki kept going. The Kissing Tree. See, there's the sign that says Kissing Tree. And my wife nowhere in sight. Well, Nikki has found a very pretty spot to park and relax for a bit. But the bigger question is, Nikki, why did you just blow by the Kissing Tree? Okay. The sign's only one way, so maybe you didn't see it.
That's right. I didn't see, no, if I had to turn back around, there's no way I was turning back around to see anything.
The sign is if you're paddling upstream, you see the sign for the Kissing Tree.
Okay.
But, I mean, you should know where that is. So we're here, it's like late December, almost January, beautiful weather. We still have like a pretty good crowd of people.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's
doing
pretty
stuff.
Crowded. Mm-hmm.
We've never done this in the summer. Can you imagine the crowds of the inexperienced kayakers and canoers during the summertime?
Which was us the last time we were here. We've improved a lot.
You can swing it. The off season, the best time to do stuff. And in Florida, you know, the weather is great year round pretty much. So.
For sure.
You got those shorts at Universal.
I sure did.
Royal Pacific. Almost got an incident.
That was the one that I hit before.
And that I got that on camera this time. You should have fell in the water. Oh, it would have been better if you fell in the water.
No.
You got those shorts at Universal.
I sure did. Whoa! That was the one that I hit before.
We almost had an incident there. That's half an incident. She dropped to her knees. It didn't fall into the water. Here's a scenic little spot, and I'm heading straight for that tree. Oh my God. right, we're back at King's Landing. The SUP board and the kayak all deflated. That's someone else's deflating right now. Mine's deflated and in the Jeep. That's how it goes. See, I don't have to show you that all the time now because I've shown you once before. But what I haven't shown you is kind of around the grounds here. It's pretty simple. Let me introduce you to King's Landing. This little cabin, if you will, that's where you check in for your reservation or to rent kayaks and canoes and such. You don't always have to have a reservation, but they are highly recommended, especially during the summertime. They also have some lockers over there. This is the drop-off area. You do not park here. This is where you drop off your vessel. Parking's actually down the street there. And then they have restrooms over there. And I will walk you down to the launch area. I feel like I've done this before, but that was the vlog where we went canoeing and that footage was lost. But this is your launch area. So launch here, go down that way, make a right to go to the Emerald Cut, make a left for the shuttle run. I guess I should kind of give you a word of warning. This is a very, very popular destination for kayakers, canoers, outdoor people. During the summertime, it can get crazy. I mean, we had some crazy moments here, like late December in the off season, whole traffic jam of kayaks and everything, canoes and kayaks. It was insane. So just be warned that at times it can be congested out there on the river. But you think our fun's done? No, it's not. Today's gonna be a day of epic fun. We're gonna, you know, I think I'm gonna try. And I'm pretty sure we can get in because when we were looking over at Rock Springs, it didn't look too busy at all. So we're gonna go to Rock Springs, make a couple runs down with a tube and some snorkels. And just a half mile down the road, Kelly Park, Rock Springs. Let's do some tubing. Okay, we've made it to Rock Springs at Kelly Park. Nikki's finishing her lunch. I thought we might do some tubing. I did get Nikki a Christmas present related to tubing, but on second thought, I think we're just gonna make a couple of snorkeling runs down Rock Springs and call it a day. How do I look?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Well, we're at Rock Springs. We have the snorkels. Mine's on my head. Let's set the other stuff down and make a run. Here we go. Okay, we're all done. A couple runs down Rock Springs. Hopefully, some good GoPro footage.
I think we probably got, between the two cameras, we got it.
Besides, you know what? I've already done a whole video on Kelly Park and Rock Springs. Go check that out. Want to learn more about this place?
Put the link right here.
I will. I'll do that. But let's sum up today.
Okay.
So, SUP boarding and kayak from King's Landing.
Yes.
A very popular spot for that. Maybe too popular.
It is kind of popular for sure, especially when those tour groups go through.
Definitely coming back when you're with the current. Very pleasurable.
Oh, totally, much more enjoyable going with the current, for sure.
But not without obstacles. That section is kind of windy, you know?
It really is.
And then also traffic. Mm-hmm. Now, I talked about it a bit. And maybe, as we're talking about it now, you'll put some more up. Okay. It got crazy there for a second, didn't it?
For sure.
Yeah, that was crazy. But as far as kayaking and SUP boarding, you've been to Wekiva Springs, you've been to like here, and you've been to King's Landing. What would you say you prefer?
Wekiva Springs, because I think it's a little bit wider, going against the current wasn't didn't seem quite as challenging.
The current wasn't as strong.
And then it's a little bit more of a straightaway than it is so many curves. Now, if you're good, like on a stand-up paddleboard, I think a bit of the challenge at King's Landing.
You can enjoy the challenge.
You can enjoy the challenge, exactly. And I definitely learned some new skills, and I think I'm a little bit better at my maneuverability because of just trying to avoid other people. So I would say Wekiva Springs is a lot more relaxing, but King's Landing, it's a cool challenge. I like it a lot. I enjoyed it. Especially
it's very pretty.
The trip back, for sure.
It's very pretty. You see why they call it the Emerald Cut.
Of course.
I think beautiful. I'm with you. I think Wekiva Springs I would prefer for kayaking. I can't imagine King's Landing in the summertime.
No. Oh my goodness. I mean,
those small turns, you know, in the river and stuff.
Yes, and you have to make a reservation. You know, so we'll leave the link for that. So there's only a certain number of people that they will allow out, and it's still a lot. There's still a lot of people.
Today was a light day. Today was actually a light day.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It gets way more crowded.
Wow. That's crazy.
So there you go. Eventually we'll make a Rix top 6 like kayaking supboarding spots.
I like that.
Right. You know, King's Landing most likely would still make the top 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I liked the challenge today. It was great.
But I don't think it'd be like number 1.
No.
But we'll figure that out down the line.
We'll see, we'll see.
But as always,
adventures out there.
You'll find it on a road trip.